For many investors, building valuation models can be a pain and time consuming. With TIKR's Valuation Model Builder, we make it fast and easy to build a forecast and see your thesis play out over time. In this video, I'll show you how to use both TIKR's guided model and our advanced model options. It starts by going over here to the Valuation Model Hub, which you can find on the left-hand side of the terminal. Once we're there, I already have a list of models here, but we're going to go through creating a new one. Once you've created models, they will live here on the Valuation Model Hub, so you can revisit your models and access them if you want to make updates or other changes to them. Let's start by adding a company. Let's go with a company many people know, Apple. In this first part, we're going to walk through the guided model option with Apple. As you can see, there's two options here, advanced and guided. Again, we're going to go with guided here. You can name your model. Let's name this one Apple Base Case. You can name it whatever you want. Then you hit create, and in just a second, we're going to give you three simple questions that are going to fuel the model and give you an output. So the first question is, how much do you expect revenues to grow through 2028? We're building 3-year models here with our guided model option. You can see in this area here, TIKR gives you the historical background and the trends for each company, so you can make informed decisions. You can even click here and you can see it in chart form. 10 years, 15 years, 3 years, depending on your level of access. If you're not sure, you can hit I don't know, and TIKR will automatically pull in Wall Street consensus estimates into this number. So in this case, it's 5.3%, but you can go in and edit it. Let's say you're a little bit more bullish on Apple and you want to make this 6.5% through the next 3 years. The next question in the guided model process is, what do you expect operating margins to average through 2028? Again, you can see the historical trend here, and you can click it in graph form. So you can see that Apple's margins have been trending up over the last couple of years. And you can also, again, hit consensus. Let's just bring it down to 30. Maybe we are willing to play it a little bit more cautious on the margin side with more growth. And then finally, the last question on the guided model is, what do you think the PE multiple will be when you sell the stock near the end of 2027? Again, you can see the historical average of what Apple's PE multiple has been, and it can pull in 28. Let's just make this 25. Maybe there's a little bit of multiple compression. And then we're going to hit generate results. Once we do, in just a second, you're going to be given an output that you can see it in graph form, what the expected target price based on your inputs were, the total return, and the annualized return here. You can scroll down and see it in summary table form here. And if you'd like to share this, you can copy a link, send it to a colleague or a friend, or if you want to post it on social media, you can hit export and we'll give you a picture that you can save and tweet out or post on Reddit or wherever you want to share your model. So that was the guided model example. Let's go back to our valuation model hub. Again, you'll now see that the model that we just created with Apple is right there. In this next part, let's walk through the advanced model option and how it's different than the guided model option. We're going to add a company. Let's do a new company here. Let's do Meta. And we're going to select advanced model. Again, we can name it. Let's name this one, same base case for Meta. And we're going to click create. Now, instead of giving us just the 3 questions to answer and fuel our model, TIKR is going to give you a more detailed breakdown that you can customize the individual line items. So we have revenue, EBIT margins, share count, dividends, future PE multiple here. So again, we're going to go back down to that section in just a second, but up here we have the summary of the valuation, and this will update in real time as you make changes to your model below. Again, you can see the expected returns here in graph form. You can make notes about the company. So let's go back down here to the input assumptions section. So let's say that we have a thesis, or we want to build a model that we expect Meta to outperform kind of consensus estimates. And that's what's pulled in here right now is Wall Street consensus estimates. Let's say we're particularly bullish on Meta's ability to capitalize on AI and grow revenues above consensus. So we're going to go in here and let's change this. Instead of 13.5, we're going to make this 16. And let's say the growth stays higher than Wall Street expects. And we can change these in the out years. And you can see up here, our model is updating in real time. So you can go through, you can change the margins. Let's say we can keep EBIT margins as is. Let's say we also think they're going to shrink share count maybe a little bit faster than Wall Street is expecting. We can make this -2%, -2%. You can also, let's keep the dividends as is. And again, if they are able to achieve higher growth, let's say this future multiple is maybe higher than what's currently baked in here. So we can make this 25. We can make this 25. Let's say it starts to come down a little bit in the out years. And 23. Again, everything's updating in real time. And we can go back up here and we can see our model that we've been editing our mid scenario here. You can see it all played out here. And we offer that ability to make high and low assumptions. So if you want to have a more comprehensive model that you say, okay, this is my base case, but I also want to build in some, hey, maybe something goes wrong. You can also come in and at that, maybe growth slows in 2026 down to 5% before kicking back up. So you can start to model through those different scenarios all in one place, which we think is very powerful. One last thing I want to show you on the advanced model. You can come down here and you can see your estimates and how they compare to the street's estimates and where is their divergence. So you can see, by line item, where is your opinion differing from the street? So again, similar to the guided model here. Once you're done, you can export this, or you can copy the link, share it. Export will give you an image that you can share and post. And then again, we can come back here to the valuation model hub. Yeah, we see there's our Apple model that we just created. There's our meta model. And let's say, something happens 6 months later that you want to come back and revisit and tweak your meta forecast. Maybe something particularly bullish happens with the company or bearish based on earnings. You can come back in here. You can revisit your model and edit it in real time. Let's say, so there's a surprise to the downside. I actually want to take this down to 10% in 2026, or maybe they announce they're going to be spending more on CapEx and you want to bring this down to 30% EBIT margins. So you can see in real time kind of how that impacts the stock and the outcomes. So that is just a quick overview of both the guided and the advanced model inside of TIKR's valuation model hub. If you're eager to get started and try it out for yourself, you can go to TIKR.com, sign up for free, and start building guided models.